Kitchen. Ah, where's it gone? Thermostats had to go in the fridge. Welcome to today's job. Lovely day. Got perfect parking space and going to be working in this garage here. So Josh here is just changing an outside tap, well, an inside outside tap, and we're going to be power flushing here. So we've got an Ideal Logic system boiler, got 3 zones here. One of them is heating, one of them is hot water, not sure which is which. Underfloor heating's not getting flushed, so we're just going to lock off the manifold there to make sure we don't get any stuff going through there. And we're going to be removing this little section here, cutting a T there. Magnet clean's going in the return there, so that will be used as a flushing point. And then we can lock off the boiler and just flush the system. They don't want us to flush the underfloor heating side, they just want us to do the radiators. There's not actually anything wrong with the system as far as we know. Is there, Josh? I think it's just a case of it's just preventative measure. It's summertime at the moment, so they just want to get the heating system ready for the winter. So once we've done that, we've got our water feed there that can feed our power flush machine. I'm just going to get everything unloaded. We've got loads of double sockets here, so I haven't got to worry about running an extension lead for the thermal part of the machine. Get it plugged in, get it set up here, and then off we go. Right, so where it was quite tight, we didn't want to mess around with this. We've managed to cut in a end feed T rather than a compression T. So we've just managed to cut a little section out there, got that T in there, just about to get that soldered. And this is my 3.0 XS, which you may have seen from my Velocity tool bag loadout video. I'm using it as my soldering bag. I know Velocity do a dedicated soldering bag as well, but I like this one because it's a little bit more smaller and compact. It's got everything that I need in there, and especially when I'm soldering like this in a close vicinity, I can leave the gas bottle and everything just upright in the bag, leave that there, got my hose connected on there, and now I can basically solder freehand. So we'll get the camera set up in that corner, and then you can watch me solder. Ooh, fancy, innit, Josh?
I've got a bag for life.
Yeah.
20p.
Josh is in his natural habitat, stuck in a corner, cutting in the Magma Clean. I've done my soldering bit, he's going to do his compression bit, and then we can finally get the machine on.
Basically, I laid it up for you, you just soldered it, really.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's his job, I'm assisting. Machine is up to temperature, so that's all good. We're just waiting for this last bit to go on, and then we can... Oh, Josh, you know, before you tighten everything up as well, just tighten up the connection and the flow as well, because I've only done them hand tight. So yeah, once he's got the magnet clean on, we've tightened up the flow side, we are good to start flushing. So machine's been circulating for about an hour now, and to be honest, that is clean as you like. So like I said, we didn't suspect that it was going to be that much of a dirty system. You can see it's all connected on there. Yeah, we didn't think it was going to be too much of a dirty system, but the customers just wants to get it flushed as a preventive measure. So Josh is having a nice, easy day. He's trying to catch a tan. Trying to catch a tan myself. Yeah, we'll just see how we get on. I don't think it's going to be that bad of a system. It's just got a case of, how many rads? 14. 14 rads. So 5 minutes of rad, 5 times 14 is, I can't do quick maths in my head, so we'll work it out, but it shouldn't be too long either way. Okay. We have just finished circulating all the radiators. Water's got a little bit darker. Still not too bad. Let's Turn that off. Shut that. Shut that. Shut that. And that. Let's get these open and see how dirty they are. Let's have a look. Oh, it's picked up more than I thought it would.
Yeah.
Still not too bad, but there we go. Right, I'm going to show the customer these magnets, get them cleaned off, then we can start dumping the system. Right, so magnets have been cleaned off. We've got the dump hose set up, so that's just dumping outside at the moment. Josh is keeping an eye on it out there. I'm just making sure that the tank doesn't overfill or run dry itself. So now it's just a case of waiting until every radiator runs clear. So we just started on the first one, and then we've got 13 more to do after that. So hopefully it doesn't take too long. The system wasn't too dirty, but yeah, let's just see.
Put it from O2. Put a message.
Right, Josh is on an important phone call to O2, not EE, because E is the best network, as we all know. Finished dumping. Nice little paddling pool feature. Been testing it with this AD turbidity tube, and everything is running crystal clear. I didn't bother filming it because you guys have seen me do this on so many videos. You're probably bored to death of it, but yeah, it's just another power flushing video, and the power flush is done now. 14 rads, nice and crystal clear, and now got the fun job of tidying all this up. But at least we're working outside in a garage space, so there's not going to be a lot of mess. I can literally undo the dump hose, wind that up, clean off the magnets again, put the cap on the flow. I've completely lost word. It's hot and I'm just so bored just sitting here power flushing. I've lost my train of thought. We need to cap the flushing point on the flow, fit the magnet clean, refill the system, test it, make sure everything's getting hot, add some inhibitor, and then go home. Okay, so everything's tidied up, filters on, capped off the flow pipe there, boiler is on. Don't know if you can see, but what we've had to do with the thermostat, I'll show you. Kitchen. Where's it gone? Thermostats had to go in the fridge because it's too hot in here for us to test the heating. Even with the manual override, yeah, look, it's still showing 25 degrees. So we had to do the old trick of putting the stat in the fridge to get the heating to fire up. Because even with the manual override, it was still tripping out because it's so hot today. But hopefully that should keep it on, and we should be able to test the heating. Yeah, no, nothing yet. Nothing yet. Right, we'll let it fire up and then we'll see what happens. Ah, it's going off again. Why does that keep doing that? Come on. Unless got a dodgy receiver or a dodgy stat. I'll have to look into that. So the flushes and everything's all done. All the radiators are getting hot. What I had to do with that receiver was I ended up just opening it up and put a link inside to trick it into staying on because it kept locking off. I think the relays in that receiver box might be on the way out. So it kept clicking itself on and off by itself. So we've recommended to the customer to potentially get a new thermostat. Obviously they don't need it at the moment because it's quite hot. But as it gets closer to winter, if they're having problems with it, we'll just replace the stat. Another thing it needs is an additional expansion vessel, because the one inside the boiler is not capable enough. They've got about 15 radiators plus underfloor heating, and when we're just running the heating without the underfloor, the pressure is going up. So we're gonna probably fit a new expansion vessel at some point, again before the winter kicks in. Other than that, everything's getting hot. They had some problem radiators which are all getting warm now as well. So customer's happy, we're happy. Josh is just inside tying up his last few loose ends, and then we're out of here.